Hello everyone, my name is Lakshmi Narayan and I am from Aero A section of rule number 133. My tech talk of engineering thermodynamics is about thermodynamic modeling of heat engines, including heat transfer and compression. As per the diagram shown here, we can see the hot source and cold sink, where the all real heat engines lose some heat to environment and where the energy intake and efficiency is maximum for Carnot cycle and the energy exhaust is from the cool reservoir. Coming to the introduction, for a heat engine working between two heat reservoirs, a hot reservoir at high temperature TH and a cold temperature at low temperature TL, what is the maximum achievable efficiency by the heat engine? This question was answered by Sadi Carnot at the beginning of the 19th century by using methods of thermodynamics. It was found that the maximum efficiency is limited by the Carnot efficiency 1 LCHT. It is well known that Carnot cycle is the most efficient cycle operating between these specified temperature limits. The Carnot cycle includes four branches: isentropic compression, isothermal heat addition, isentropic expansion, and isothermal heat rejection. The Carnot cycle is an idealized thermodynamic cycle and is not appropriate to describe real heat engines such as air standard cycles. The Otto cycle, named as Nicholas A. Otto, is the ideal cycle for spark ignition reciprocating engines. The Otto cycle describes the ideal behavior of spark ignition engines in which the piston traces four strokes. Where the four-stroke internal combustion engine, the internal combustion engine has intake and exhaust valves. These valves are closed during compression and expansion and they are open while exchanging intake, air mixture and exhaust combustion gases. The Brayton cycle, named after George Brayton, is used to describe the behavior of reciprocating oil burning engine that was developed by Brayton around 1870. The Brayton cycle is used today to describe the behavior of gas turbines, which includes four processes: isentropic compression and expansion, and constant pressure heat addition and rejection. The working fluid is ideal gas. The sort function. For a thermal process that goes from state A to state B, the negative integral of the heat transfer change divided by the square of the temperature from state A to state B is given by a new function introduced in this article and is called the author of SOT function. For isothermal process, the SOT function is given by given equation. The first law of thermodynamics for a process with ideal gas working is given by given equation. By considering the various process types and using the first law of thermodynamics, it makes easy to write explicit forms of the SOT function. In the following subsections, some typical processes are considered. Effective temperature and efficiency of heat engines. Consider a heat engine working between two heat reservoirs, a hot reservoir at high temperature TH and a cold reservoir at low temperature TL. The schematics of the heat engine are depicted in the figure 1. Figure 1 schematics of the engine working between two heat reservoirs, a hot reservoir at high temperature TH and a cold reservoir at low temperature TL. The heat input to the heat engine is QH and the heat rejection from the heat engine is QL. The network output is given by QH QL. The network output when it is calculated by means of the first law of thermodynamics is given by given equation. The SOT function is given by equation 8. The effective temperature is defined as the square root of the ratio between the network output and SOT function and is given by WT SOT is equal to 10. Finally, the effective efficiency is defined as the difference between unity minus the ratio between the low temperature and effective temperature and is given by 1L EF and T. We have four air standard cycle where we have ideal Otto cycle and ideal Brayton cycle in this slide. In ideal Otto cycle, we can see the isentropic compression, constant volume combustion, isentropic expansion, and constant volume heat rejection in the pressure by volume diagram. In this slide, we can see the Stirling cycle introduction and Ericsson cycle introduction, where we have the hot cylinder and cool cylinder in the regenerated between. Summary and conclusion. For a heat engine working between two heat reservoirs, a hot reservoir at high temperature TH and a cold reservoir at low temperature TL, the Carnot cycle and Curzon-Elbon heat engine were shortly reviewed and their performance efficiencies are given via control the Carnot efficiency and the Curzon-Elbon respectively. The new terms SOT functions, effective temperature and effective efficiency were introduced. The SOT function was defined as minus the cyclic integral of heat change divided by the temperature squared. The effective temperature was defined as the square root of ratio between the network output and SOT function, and finally the effective efficiency was defined as 1 minus the ratio between cold reservoir temperature and the effective temperature. The SOT function was calculated for different thermodynamic processes: isochoric, isobaric, isothermal, and isentropic. A model of heat engine was considered and general expressions of the SOT function, effective temperature and effective efficiency were given as useful tools for the designer. These expressions were applied to different thermodynamic cycles: the Carnot cycle and Einstein cycles, Otto cycle, Brayton cycle, Stirling cycle, and Ericsson cycle. The effective temperature for the considered heat engines was given as the square root of product of the reservoir's temperature, and the efficiency was given as 1 minus the square root of ratio between cold reservoir temperature and hot reservoir temperature. The derived expression can serve two important purposes: in education and for a quick estimation tool for heat engine designers. Thanking you, and that's it for this slide.